Jennifer May, how was your vacation?
Madam Chair, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Tuesday, October 6, 2020 meeting of the Sugar Land Development Corporation. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Next is public comment, item 3A. Citizens who desire to address the board with regard to matters on the agenda will be received at this time. Thomas, do we have anyone?
No, ma'am, we do not.
Okay, thank you. Next, item 4A, minutes. Consideration of and action on the minutes of the March 3rd, 2020 joint Sugarland 4B Corporation and Sugarland Development Corporation meeting and September 1st, 2020 regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion to approve by Director Porter and second by Director Kermally. And we'll vote by a show of hands. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, and any opposed? Okay, that's everybody. Okay, so that passes 6-0 with Director Zimmerman absent. So next item 5A, contracts and agreements. Consideration of and action on authorization of a marketing contract between Sugarland Development Corporation, Sugarland 4B Corporation, and Development Counselors International Limited in the amount of $238,000 for an integrated marketing program promoting economic development. And this will be presented by Teresa Preza, Assistant Director of Economic Development. Teresa?
Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to make sure we get the PowerPoint up on the screen. But we'll get started. So in today's presentation, we will re-engage in the contract conversations for a year-long integrated marketing program with Development Counselors International, otherwise known as DCI. As you may recall from last month's workshop, you have for your consideration and action today the $238,000 contract, of which SLDC will be responsible for half of its cost at $119,000. Of note, we did amend the original pre-COVID proposal to reduce the travel costs and include creative hours, as it has become evident that modifying our marketing collateral would be key to the program's success. Overall, the integrated marketing program would be focused on positioning Sugarland as a location of choice as the Texas economy recovers, especially regarding the economic opportunities related to the migration to suburban markets. Next slide, please. So here's a short recap of what's included in the program and the deliverables. Next slide. The integrated marketing strategy would consist of 3 areas: generating positive media coverage, targeting corporate executives with digital ads, and then educating and nurturing those relationships with site selectors. Next slide. DCI would begin with a virtual immersion tour to generate those storylines, create a spokesperson bank, and then also create a targeted media list ideal for our office. Next slide. They would then get to work on generating positive media coverage using both proactive and reactive outreach to the media. Next slide. With the overall goal of generating at least 5 to 7 positive covered stories for us. Next slide. To target corporate executives, DCI would create a digital ad strategy using Google page search, targeted LinkedIn, and then continuously optimizing our digital platforms with the overall goal to generate leads. Next slide. To educate site selectors, DCI will generate a minimum of 4 e-news, which is different than our current e-blast. These are specifically designed to communicate with site selectors. They would secure and help us co-host virtual meetings, and then, of course, provide us with access to their location advisor database, as well as their site selectors research information, which is very valuable. Next slide. Related back to the built-in creative hours, CCI will conduct a marketing collateral audit to identify what works and what needs to be improved, and then help us create those items that are central to the program. Next slide. Once again, the contract is for a 12-month integrated marketing program with an overall cost of $238,000, of which $189,000 are for professional services and $49,000 are for hard costs. And the hard costs get paid as we use them. Next slide. Staff recommends approval of a contract with Development Counselors International for a 12-month integrated program. Total for the contract amount is $238,000, which will be split evenly amongst the corporations. Next slide. What's the board's consideration today? We would be ready to begin contract as early as next week. And next slide. I would like to recognize that Kat Saunders with DCI is on the call or in the meeting if there are any specific questions for the team.
Yes, Director Jacobson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Teresa, you made a point to mention that the hard costs would be pay as you go. How is the soft cost being paid? The consulting fees being paid?
It's paid monthly, so it's divided by 12.
Okay.
Okay, Director Kermali.
Teresa, you mentioned reduced travel, so there would be less travel involved. So where the dollar amount didn't change on the contract, so where are these dollars going?
That's when we created the built-in creative hours for design work for the graphics, for the marketing collateral that will complement some of the pieces that we have that we will create throughout the program.
Okay.
So, Kat, do you have any comments that you would like to make?
Not at this time. I might just add that, yes, to your last question on the expenses for the creative, what we've found with clients throughout the country, just with everything that happened this year, so much of your existing material, the messaging has to be edited and changed to have a more forward-thinking approach to kind of post-pandemic economic business and attractions. So I think that that's one of the things that why that escalated need for that allocation is. I don't think that would have been there before, as it wouldn't have been as high priority as it is now. I think, unfortunately, due to the state we're in, we're going to have to really change up a lot of that material, and also prepare it in a way that's not only electronic, so easily shared, but also in a way that's creative. We're finding that right now, even mailers to site selectors and real estate executives, because of the influx of materials going out due to the economic conditions, we have to really be creative to stand out. So, one of the things this team really pushes us to do is to find that unique selling point, and value proposition for Sugar Land that really differentiates you from others, not only at the Houston region, but also throughout the state of Texas and beyond.
Okay, thank you. What other questions? Any other questions? Okay, can I get a motion? Okay, motion by Director Gandhi.
Second, Jacobson.
Oh, is that a second by Jacobson? Yes, okay. Let's vote at this time by show of hands. All those in favor? Okay, and it passes by a vote of 6-0. So thank you, Teresa, and thank you, Kat. So item number 6A, the Director's Report, also by Teresa Preza, our Assistant Director of Economic Development.
Okay, so this is just going to be a very quick update related to our Sweet Cash program. So as of Monday, we have received a total of a little over 750 submissions. We've distributed more than 2,500 gift cards to consumers and frontline workers. And then with the combination of our initial investment, plus what the consumers have been purchasing in their own gift card submissions, we have had a positive economic impact of over $160,000 into the Sugar Land market. So that's great. Additionally, the program has directly benefited about 140 businesses, which includes a combination of those individuals that are the participating businesses, plus those companies or businesses that are, that people are purchasing their gift cards from. So moving forward with this program, staff is currently looking at making some modifications to streamline the process just a little bit and to reinvigorate the community on continuing the support of our Sugar Land businesses. That is the end of the report.
Okay. Well, I guess we're done. Pretty short meeting then. So thank you to everyone for coming. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Okay. Motion by Director Gandhi then. Thank you.
Thank you so much.